All right, this is a very fun one. You guys are going to love this one. A square is inscribed in a circle. The area of the square is 80. What is the area of the circle? This is a good geometry question. If you want to try it on your own, which I recommend, I'm going to hit the pause button, and then you could try it on your own. So if you want to try it on your own, go ahead and hit the pause button right now, and we'll connect back and do it together. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you tried it on your own. Now we're going to try it together. So we have a square, and forgive me, my drawing's not that good, but that's a square, and it's inscribed in a circle, okay? There's our circle, all right? And the area of the square is 80, all right? The formula for an area of a square is the side squared equals the area of the square, all right? So if the area of the square is 80, right, then x equals the square of 80, all right? Meaning every side of the square is the square root of 80, each side of the square, okay? I'm going to draw this a little bigger. Hang on. So I'm going to erase this guy, draw it a little bigger, okay? All right, so you get the point. All right, so in this square, each side is the square of 80. All right, each side is the square of 80, and now what we need to do to get the area of the circle is we need to get the radius. All right, if you notice, that is the diameter, okay, because it touches both points of the line ends at both points of the circle, all right, and it goes through the middle. So the diameter of the circle is also the diagonal of the square. All right. Now what we have here is we can get that diameter. If you look, we have a right triangle. Okay, and that right triangle goes like this. Both sides are square of 80. Okay, and if we can get the hypotenuse, that is also the diameter of the circle. All right, so if you remember the Pythagorean theorem, we got a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we have square of 80 squared plus square root of 80 squared equals, sorry about that, square root of 80 squared equals c squared. All right, square root of 80 squared is 80. Square root of 80 squared is 80. That equals 160, and 160 then equals the hypotenuse squared. So the hypotenuse equals square of 160, meaning the diameter of this circle is square root of 160. Okay. Now we have the diameter. We want to get the area of the circle. The area of the circle, all right, so area of a circle equals pi times the radius squared, pi r squared, right? What we have is the diameter. The diameter is double the radius. So if the diameter is square 160, then the radius will equal the square of 160 divided by 2. And what we're trying to get is the area of the circle. So the area of the circle equals pi times radius, which is the square of 160 over 2 squared, right? Pi r squared. All right, so when you have a square root of 160 over 2, we have to square both the numerator and the denominator. So the square of 160 squared is 160, and 2 squared is 4, okay? So that's our answer, pi times 160 over 4. We could actually simplify that, all right? 2 goes into both of that. 2 goes into 160 80 times, and 2 goes into 4 2 times, and then we could simplify that. 2 goes into 80 40 times, and 2 goes into 2 once. All right, so 40 over 1 pi, or 40 pi. That's our answer, 40 pi. That is the area of the circle. Okay, 40 pi. I could, if you want to watch more of these, you can subscribe, or if you have any other questions similar to this, you could hit it in the comments, and I will try to do those as well. All right, thanks for watching.